To the people who have keyboard clicking sounds on their phone, what's your reasoning for not turning it off?
My parents both have the vibration and sound on for typing because they say it feels more tactile. They can feel when they hit a letter, so it's easier for them to catch typos. I don't have the sounds but vibration set to very low, which makes a slight noise. Not sure if that counts, but here goes. It makes me way faster and accurate. I really need the feedback, it just gets so messy when I try typing without it. Also, I am Swiss, and Swiss German is not a written language, so we don't have any autocorrect or anything. Sad face, I already make two maybe mistakes as it is, so I take everything I can. Winking face.
Because I like it.
I turn them off when I'm going to be around people a lot, but I find it satisfying.
The same reason why I like a loud keyboard. I like the clickety clacks. I silence my phone in quiet public spaces, but if there's a lot of background noise, I leave it on. Because if I can barely hear it, there's no way somebody across the room in a loud location is going to hear or care. I like hearing the sounds, it's satisfying for me.
It gives me closed-loop feedback on typing while my vibro is short-circuited and basically dead and the phone is old enough to have no spare parts available.
I like constant background noise. I only have it on when alone or using earphones.
Because I have a BlackBerry.
I genuinely didn't know it bothers people because the sound is relaxing and satisfying to me. Now I'll always be self-conscious about having it on. Skeptical smiley face. Edit, I always put my phone on silent if I'm in public though.
Didn't know that I could, and now I have. My boyfriend and I leave ours on. Don't mind it at all. iPhone has really nice typing sounds in my opinion, like little popping bubbles. I don't mind his either. My old phone had terrible typing sounds though, it sounded like a typewriter or something and I always turned it off. I would turn it off in public regardless since it seems like a lot of people hate it. Skull and crossbones. The great thing about this phone is that it's ridiculously easy to just turn it off by using the silent switch. Sorry, this is my first time with this phone and I'm quite enjoying it.
I can hear my butt dial. Seriously, if my phone's in my pocket and I hear those sounds, then I can intercept whatever is about to happen.
When I'm alone, I have it on because it's soothing. When I'm not alone, I have it off to not annoy people.
To know if I accidentally left my phone on ringer instead of vibrate. Sometimes certain apps or videos only play on ringer. When I hear keyboard clicks, it reminds me to turn phone back on vibrate.
So I can tell when my kids are up to no good because I hear the little click 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 when they are just looking at something.
It's so that I know that I'm clicking the buttons.
I hate Thos's sons of bitches. It tells me when my phone isn't on silent. I don't need it going off in class.
It relaxes me.
I just like them. They sound nice to me.
It gives the illusion of having a keyboard, but I prefer the clicking over the vibrate.
It causes me some odd type of distress to hear no noise when pressing what technically is a button, even if it's just a click or tap or whatever. Like my brain doesn't process it as well for some reason. I've been told I'm a pretty loud typer too, so.
I'm blind. This is the most passive-aggressive question I've seen on this sub for a long time. I love it.
Teach me this magic. How do you turn them off?
Fills the lonely empty void of loneliness.
Congrats op, you just indirectly created more clicking sound by asking this question.
I have a shitty phone. Sometimes I type too fast and it causes the phone to stall. When I'm typing and suddenly vibrations stop, I know that I need to pause so that it can process the input I've given it.
I keep it on cause I like the sound, but when I'm around other people I turn it off cause I understand that it's probably annoying.
If I'm around other people, I silence it because I can imagine it's annoying to others. However, if I'm by myself, I keep it on because I quite enjoy the sound. At this point, silence should be the default.
I don't use sound, but I do have vibration on. I use it because it feels like an actual keyboard and not a screen. I use a computer a lot, so the vibrations simulate actual keys being pressed.
I like the sound of it.
My sister keeps it on because she says it reminds her of old phones with hard buttons.
I'm hard of hearing and I didn't know there were clicking sounds. Oops. They're off now. Apologies to anyone I've shared space with over the years. Flushed face.
I like hearing how fast I can type.
For me, it's low-key stimming. I like the sound. It comforts me, somehow.
I don't have sound, but have vibration, and it sounds a bit in total silence. It provides me tactile feedback.
I don't know how.
I need the tactile feedback or it feels weird and I lose my ability to type.
To irritate you. Specifically you.
Since I first started using computer keyboards in the 80s, there has always been some kind of clicking noise and tactile feeling as I press each key. From Apple IIs, to Epsons, to compacts, to gateways, to touch-tone phones, to the Motorola Brick, to OG Nokias and on up to my Razor. There has always been a physical button and or some kind of associated noise when using keyboards. With the advent of touch screens, it just doesn't feel right to not have a physical button or any sound. So I leave the clicks on.
Because fuck you, that's why.
I normally just keep the phone on silent so it doesn't matter. Also NGL, it's kinda satisfying, so when I turn off silent it's just a fun bonus.
My wife uses the sounds and it drives me insane. I swear that's the only reason she hasn't switched it off.
Me likey clickety clack.
I have a BlackBerry. There is no turning it off.
I'm the exact opposite of this person. My phone never makes a sound. Permanently on vibrate. My smartwatch vibrates and I can read the texts I get, or decline phone calls. After doing this for 2 years, people who have unreasonably loud ringtones, obnoxious default ringtones, or clicky sounds when they type, are like nails on a chalkboard. It's like smoking in public.
The keyboard sounds cover up the silence of my ENPTY social life, okay?
OMG, this is my fucking mom. Click 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 OMFG mom stop.
Damn, didn't know this was bad, but then again I almost always use it at home. Don't Apple phones make a clicking type noise too?
I find it immensely satisfying. I'm not even kidding. I love it.
I feel like it helps with my typing accuracy. I don't know how to turn it off, and I don't really like it. I'm on an iPhone 6, yes okay it's old but it does the job, can you tell me how to turn it off?
When I have earphones on, sometimes I turn them on when I know it won't bug other people. Somehow it helps with my anxiety. Almost like the noise associated with the word I type makes it more like me talking to another person than writing to a stranger.
So the people filming my drama TV show know I'm typing.
Consider subscribing.